Okay, I can hear myself. I can still hear myself. That's great. I can see myself. Sweet. Stop. Great. That's going. I can see it has like 23, 22, about 2 second delay. Display. I should have. Cool. Try it. Why did I just thumbs up? That doesn't make sense. Oh, I never went through and did that part. Okay, finish buttons for the rest of the consoles. Well, that's fun. I really didn't mean to clip. Whoops. Hey guys, and welcome to my stream again. Just a quick recap on what we did yesterday. It was a really good day, really productive day actually. I was able to do I was able to get a lot of work done on Coffee Companion, which was really nice. It is currently in test flight. I actually just got the email right before this that it'll be on beta, that it got approved for beta. So basically all I need to do is go to the App Store, get that public link, and then put that on its website, and people can start signing up to be part of the public test flight. I did notice that there was a bug on it. I am trying to keep the, what am I trying to do? I am trying to keep my, development on Mondays for it, so I probably actually won't put that link up until at the end of next stream or during next stream, next Monday's stream, just so that it's not going to go up and be public until other people can see it. I know a couple people were kind of looking forward to it, but being on test flight to give a tryout this week. Like I said, I think next week that's when it's going to be, because the calculations aren't working right. I tried it today, this morning, whenever I was making my cup of coffee, and it, for some reason, didn't link correctly. So what we're going to do today is actually work on, iHog. So this is going to be what allows, again, it's an app that I've already had out. It's just something that I'm trying to get another feature built so that I can get it released and, get more things onto it. That way it's more featured and all that kind of stuff. It's still built in Swift, and it's still built in SwiftUI, so that's pretty consistent, pretty nice. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and start actually working on it a bit. If you're kind of new to the stream, what I'm currently working on is what I'm calling the soft key implementation. So at the top of each of the displays on the console, we have soft keys, and those soft keys can be controlled via MIDI, and MIDI can be sent out via open sound control. It's a little bit of a protocol leap. So you push the button on the phone, it triggers a open sound control. So basically like a UDP call to be sent out. And then the console, or the piece of hardware that I'm interfacing with, takes that UDP and converts it into MIDI, and that's what actually triggers the console to, actually accept that input. So with that being said, I'm going to jump in a bit here and start doing that. Here we go. So I'm going to go into the full bore soft keys menu here. Okay, so the last time, wherever I kind of ended on Friday last week, it was a good time to end. I kind of figured out that the manual just wasn't right for some reason. So I have some things started here. I have the full bore console booted up next to me, which is going to make things work out better. And so that way, and I kind of got a better understanding of how things work more so. And it just works in a different way than I thought it would be. So MIDI note 0 actually starts on the lower right of 1. So I'm going to be doing a lot of looking back, looking here. Feel free, drop by, say hi in the chat. I'm still going to be looking at that. I'm going to, you know, chat and stuff around here as well. Probably just a couple hours today. Not really going too hard or too long. I just kind of want to get a lot of these MIDI notes written in. So we have select, segments, 0, 1, 2, 3. So what? Let's touch, suck, out. Feel free, like I said, drop by, say hi in the chat. I'm just, you know, doing the thing. Yeah. Touch, suck, out. Rem dim, which is actually disabled. I'm gonna have to figure out a bunch of these things on how I actually want it to be outputted in like what it looks like. Just because what ends up happening, knockout is 6. So what ends up happening is when I hit like one of the hard key setup buttons on the console, it actually changes what all these buttons are on the bottom of the right hand screen. Or like when you hold that open, it also changes. So I'm gonna have to figure out some kind of way to kind of decide, kind of like a state manager, but a console doesn't really send any of that. So I'll have to figure out how I want that to look necessarily. That way it's not too confusing since I'm kind of implementing this as like a hard key. I wonder if we do something like MIDI out for that. But then MIDI out, it would have to actually be an open sound control out, which doesn't work. iHog doesn't really have that many open sound control outs. Flip. And a lot of these are going to be very similar to from console to console, so that's no big deal. Consistency. Which means it can be a lot of copy paste, which is fine. Okay, flip, unblock, undo, redo, park, unpark, and then renumber. Excuse me. That's 13. And then we're gonna have so after renumber we are going to have excuse me, renumber is back up. All right, so we have select, segments, touch, suck, out, rem dim. Actually, we're gonna get rid of these. Again, I'm just trying to be consistent here. Cool. And so once it goes lower right, lower left, so 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Upper right starts here, not... Okay, so it's actually 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, Okay, so that's upper left and upper right are done of the screen. Hi, Katie, 11318. Welcome to the stream. Just working on iHog here, which is fun. It's one of my apps that I have out and released. It works in conjunction with a piece of hardware. And that was a fun trying to figure out how Apple actually wanted that to like get approved on the App Store. And what ended up happening was it was actually quite easy once it happened. They just needed a video of it actually interfacing and working with the hardware. Cool. So upper right now, that starts at 16. So help. Program. Output. There has to be a way that this is better. Part, because I don't want to do this for every single console. Because, I mean, they basically, well, what they do skip. So, like, help is 16 for some odd reason. Like, why would help be 16? I have no idea. Like, why wouldn't it just continue on to 15? Let's build it real quick. I'm a little bit annoyed by it, but let's build it and see what happens. I really need to find more gum. Sorry if you can hear the creakiness of my chair. There it is. It's currently building. It just takes a little bit to build. I hope everyone's having a good Tuesday. It is only Tuesday. Wow. I don't know why it's only Tuesday, but I feel like it should be a lot shorter than, I mean, I feel like it should be longer than what it is right now. But, I mean, Tuesday, it's a Tuesday afternoon, 4 o'clock. Well, yeah, 4-ish, almost 4:30. Woo. Yeah. Alright, great. It's launching here, which is awesome. I don't think you guys can see it. I wonder if it's gonna completely kill everything I do. Let me try real quick. It might. But I'm gonna put you guys in studio mode real quick, and it might work, it might not. Duplicate. Device. So basically I'm going to make another view that just pops on this iPad right on top. And that comes from video capture. iPad. Oh, maybe it's not going to. That's totally fine if it doesn't. I'm try just unplugging and replugging, and it might get upset, but that's okay. Like, Xcode, probably a bit upset about it. There it is. Nope. Tests, iPad. There we go. One more up. Okay, and then almost done, I promise, and then you'll be able to see it better. fade that. There we go. Okay, so now we can actually see what's going on here. Get rid of preview. Not necessary. Great. So you can actually see the device. So that's a nice little addition now. So what we can do here is go into, I gotta make sure it's set up correctly, which it probably isn't. So on the console, I go into network, settings, open 7001, 7002, 86, and it should go to 4.3 instead of 4.4. And then console needs to go to 3.3 instead of 2.3. Okay, turn off, turn on. And if I go to here, I haven't added it into the iPad version. Okay, so that's fun. Let me get this added into the iPad version real quick. Because that's not how this works. That is in front panel, large. Oh, and I have to put it into here. Okay, if chosen sheet. Oh, so I did this from a chosen sheet. It's totally fine. I'm gonna go ahead and open this halfway to make it a little bit easier to read. And then we're going to go to full border set. Nope, that's a lie. Large. So basically how I'm handling the switch from iPad to iPhone is on iPad, it's just an if statement. So if it's an iPad screen size or iPad type device, we get what you see here. If it's not an iPad type device, like it's a phone, we get the actual, it's a lot different of an interface. So first okay, gonna add in a state variable here. At state, private var, chosen sheet, front panel selections equals dot. We'll just default it to dot soft keys. No, that is correct, but I'm sure my sections, not selections. No, that is there, I promise. It should be navigation. Is that not a valid navigation? Programmer small. Where did I put? Oh, it is not. It was private. I guess I didn't think about wanting to use it elsewhere. Instead of having to declare it twice in both views, I am going to just put one. I'll just move it in here and make it public instead of private. And we're going to build and see if that fixes anything. It should fix all the 7 errors that we saw. And there we go. Build was successful. All right, so now I got to go finish adding in this part here. So on show function keys, chosen sheet, whoops, self dot chosen sheet really equals dot soft keys. You know, if autocomplete was faster, I wouldn't have made that mistake. But it's not, so it's no big deal. Alright, so we have soft keys here. And then we need to actually add in another button. Inside of VStack. And we don't want it to actually equal soft keys. We want it to equal kind keys, I think is what I call them. Navigation, enum here. Yeah, function keys. Okay. Okay, function keys. And then we're basically gonna have another function. Dot soft keys this time. Alright, and then inside the sheet, we get to basically do the exact same thing as what was here. Oh, I saw an error. Group is done. All right, and then let's see what happens now that it's going to build. I see, you can't really see what I was typing on that bottom right corner. Sorry about that, guys. Feel free to always let me know if that happens. I'm more than happy to make adjustments. Usually this device here that we have, that you're kind of seeing the screen on, is the device that I use for my Stream Deck app. So yeah, but we'll do, OSC should still be all the same. If I go here, oh hey, we have a soft keys option now. And it defaults to Roadhog 4. That's fine. I know. It's because my iPad, my cable for my iPad is not the best. Cool. I'm just going to keep it like it is then. Unfortunately, you won't be able to see the screen, but that's okay, of the iPad. That's okay for now. And I just got to get a charger, another charger at some point. Another lightning cable. Technical difficulties are great. Cool. So if I can take that away, go to settings now. And inside settings, I'm going to go to programmer settings, my console that I want chosen, full bore. And what MIDI notes am I working with? I am working on MIDI channel 1 instead of 2. Great. Go back to programmer, soft keys. We see them. I don't know if it's not working or if channel is invalid. It's giving me a -1. I don't know why I'm getting a -1 instead of a regular channel value, but that is something I can fix. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Remove. Yeah. Oops. Okay. So yeah, so we are now going to change that because for some reason it's outputting a -1. It definitely should not be outputting a -1. I don't know why it is. And today is all kinds of technical glitches, so I'm really sorry. It usually goes a little bit smoother than this. Cool. So that was probably under full bore sofkeys, because I'm pretty sure this is where I'm sending out my MIDI notes. Nope, in softkey button. MIDI channel is giving me a -1. Why is it giving me a -1 for my MIDI channel? We're going to print the MIDI note. MIDI channel. Settings.MIDI channel. MIDI note is going to be settings.MIDI note. Oh, because it's not .MIDI note, it's just regular MIDI note. And we're going to try it again. I don't need it to go over there. Actually, I know that's going to fail. I need it to go into test iPad. So I saw a joke on Reddit today, and it's quite fun. I thought it was funny. So apparently, 2020 divided by 5 is 404, which means the whole year is just an error. And this year cannot be found. Oh, sorry, that was super loud. I really didn't mean for it to be that loud into the mic, but ba-doom, boom. Okay, programmer settings, these are right. Great. Going to soft keys here. I'm going to pay attention more so to down here, what's going to be outputted. We're going to delete that. That way it's clear. So MIDI channel 0, MIDI note 32. So why it is 0. Am I setting it with a -1 maybe in the settings? Settings, programming settings. MIDI channel. New value from 1 to 17. MIDI channel 1. So if we're setting the MIDI channel here, 4-key MIDI channel, that's sending an off note to MIDI channel 0. MIDI channel +1. I mean, this was working. I don't know what's going on or why it's happening, but let's try it. So I just did a MIDI channel +1, so in theory it should go out to MIDI channel 1. I don't know why that was stored. Unable to install. Why? The device is no longer connected. Let's try again. I should probably actually, while this is happening, try to get this device onto the network with it. But we'll do that in just a second. Programmer settings, MIDI channel 1, soft keys. Okay, but it's still, it's saying the MIDI note off for channel equals -1. But it's not receiving a -1, it's giving a 1. Okay, what if we do a... I don't actually need that open anymore. So, what if we do a MIDI channel... Again, I don't understand why it's giving me a... one. Sorry, it's gonna be a little bit quiet while I try to think of why. MIDI channel default is 1. And then we're also going to add additional simulators, so before it gets the chance to disconnect. Device is not locked by passcode. Yeah, it is. It should be fine. Okay, so it should be able to run, no problem. But let's build it and run it. I thought I had added it to the network. Adding it to the network is just a little bit easier because, like, if it had enough charge, I could just unplug it and then not worry about it. But it currently doesn't, so we're just gonna let it be. Is anyone else upset about the dark mode on Google? It just doesn't, on Gmail, it just doesn't seem like its initial count was 3. It just is not something I'm super happy with. MIDI channel, print MIDI channel. It really should be MIDI channel +1 because MIDI channel 2. Okay, but hold on. Oh, I didn't even see if it worked first. Okay. Not now. Soft keys. Oh, hey, it worked this time. Okay, so what's going on is we're not actually getting inside the MIDI channel here. We're not actually getting bleed 1, 2, 3. We're actually getting like at 0, at 1, at 2. So really when it updates the new value, this really should be new value +1. And then in here, oh, maybe not. Yeah, +1. That way, it's actually going to be MIDI channel 1 equals MIDI channel 1. Because right now, it's a MIDI channel 0, and apparently that is not correct. It needs to be 1 that's sent to 1. So it's kind of weird because sometimes there's an off by 1 error and sometimes there's not an off by 1 error inside Hog. It's just a little bit weird to figure that out. Let's stay in settings. I'm going to go programmer settings this time though. Instead of MIDI channel 2, I'm going to go MIDI oh, but it's... I get what it's doing. I don't like it, but I know what it's doing. Soft keys, 1. Why did it do that? Clear. All right, so I mean it's working-ish. Soft keys. I'd scroll up and down. All right, so the only thing that's not working that I don't like is that it keeps saying it's MIDI channel 0, bling 0. That's not... Because, like, even though it's starting at 1, because it's treating it as it's not treating 1 through 17 as an integer, it's treating it as, like, an integer array, so it's just saying at what is 0. Well, then that's 1. Unless I can... just say this. So we can let MIDI channel equal the new value. But instead of updating MIDI channel based on MIDI channel, new channel is an int still. We'll just update it based on the new channel. And then this is missing because we need new channel is new value plus 1. All right, let's see how that goes. I'm gonna build it first, and then we're gonna go. We're gonna hit go. Oh yeah, close doesn't work. It's fine. Okay. Today's hydration is brought to you by Unsweetened Sparkling Water by HEB, the lime flavor. It is naturally flavored with other natural flavors. I wonder what those other natural flavors are when it's just supposed to be lime. Okay, but why is it still choosing 2? It shouldn't choose 2. See, it's always incrementing by 1. I don't know why it's always incrementing by 1, though. Because, like, hold on. Range int text count at 7 it does not equal its initial count, which should be 3. For each content should only be used for constant data. Instead, conform data to identifiable or use for each. So I wonder if I do id /.self. Build was successful. What if I run it now? I wonder if that'll make it better. Not now. Programming settings. Nope, it went to 7. Okay, so I'm going to be really silly right now and just do for 1 to 17. Let channels equal 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 13, 14, 15, 16. Yep, and then MIDI channel, it's going to default to 0. And what we want is from 0 to for each of channels, ID, comma, self, channel in, right? That's, yeah. We'll just do this. For each from 0 dot less than channels dot count. MIDI channel equal MIDI channel at self dot channels at 0. And then MIDI channel, so new value, which I shouldn't even need new value in here anymore. I can just say equals channels at MIDI channel. And then in here, we're going to say self.MIDI channel equals new value. Yeah, because then that should equal that. And then in get settings, we want MIDI channel equals that guy. Yeah. I think that's right. So let's see how that works. I honestly, I'm just waiting to see how it works myself. I have no idea. It was working on my phone and now it's not working on my iPad, which always is the worst. Channel 1. We are still getting MIDI channel 2. I gotta stand up real quick because I'm still trying to get my stand hour. I broke it yesterday. I didn't get any stand hours yesterday, so I'm just gonna stand up. Feel free to put whatever you want in the chat. So, but I'm just gonna be over here. I can still see the chat though, so I just need to do like a silly run in place thing to where I can get my movement for a minute. But like I said, feel free, put something in the chat. I'll say hi. I'll respond back. Yeah. What's the fun? So yesterday, like I said, I didn't get any stand hours. I barely got my stand minutes. I mean, I didn't even get my my move goal. Yeah, I really have to start. I was in a really good habit for about 2 weeks of walking every single day, which was cool. But I kind of lost it last week, and I still haven't picked it back up because it's really wet and it's really rainy, and I don't want to deal with the dogs getting too gross while that happens. So I don't know why this is still an issue. Why am I still seeing MIDI channel 2? Because that doesn't make sense. If MIDI channel print new value. I don't understand what's going on. So thank you for bearing with me at that point in time. I really appreciate it. It's just a little, I'm going to have to start doing that in my streams, especially like yesterday I went for like 3 or 4 hours and it just killed me to sit for that long. So I'll probably be doing more, and that's a good time for all of us to break together and to stretch a little bit together, which is fun. Fun fact, it's not actually running on my iPad. There we go. As you're watching, if you enjoy what I'm doing, you enjoy what you're seeing, please hit the follow button. The reason why I'm trying to get to 50 followers by the end of July, it'd be really nice to just come out of this with kind of a win somewhere. And that would be a really big win to get to 50 followers by then. I don't know, I probably won't end up averaging my proper viewing for affiliate, but that's okay. I'd really like to just get my followers up. The more people that watch, the great. I like being here. I like talking. You can attach it by going to debug, attached process. Debug. Attached to process. iHog. It is still connected. Ooh. No, it's all kinds of frozen. Oh, nope, we're back. Okay, but I don't know. Why is it still doing that, though? I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna probably have to not run this. Can I just not do it on device? Can I do it in the simulator here? Probably can. 11 Pro. Alright, so now we have to wait for the simulator to launch and be built and all that good stuff. Yay. Awesome. So again, I'm just working on iHog, throwing in some things here and there. I'm still working, if you caught on Friday, I'm still working on that soft key feature. I noticed that the MIDI channels were not outputting correctly, and so what I've done to kind of fix that a little bit is I've put in a channel section here, which is great. But the issue is when I pick it out of the picker on the device, whenever I choose one, it actually jumps to 2, and I don't know why it's doing that. MIDI channel should control the index, so whenever I choose 2, it should change it to MIDI channel 1. It should change this MIDI channel to 1, and this picker should not be wrong. So I don't know exactly what's going on there too much. I wasn't running it on a phone, I was running it on an iPad, so that might have been an issue. It was for the iPad for some reason. I still don't know what exactly or why exactly that's happening. It's building. It's being fine. It's just doing its thing. But yeah, so this is how I'm spending my Tuesday afternoon, figuring out why pickers are not working correctly. It's nice and sunny. We are supposed to have thunderstorms all week, but as you can tell with all this light behind me and hitting the side of my face, it is not raining whatsoever here. It is being all kinds of bright and sunny. I think most of the storms are probably supposed to hit in the evening, which is fine. It just throws it off a little bit. iPhones. Come on, dude, load. Let's see, what's another fun story to talk about? I got to go into my day job's office this week. That was fun. Or today, not even just this week, today. It was fun, a little bit weird, a little bit different. I hadn't been there since, when did I go last? Oh, probably the middle of March. Of course, now it decides to go. Of course, now that I've ended it, it decides to go. Since the middle of March was the last time I went to the office, and that was and the last day was just kind of getting my stuff together to stay kind of more at home. So being inside the office was definitely a different feel there. It was just there was like no one there. I think there was like 5 tops inside the building. It was a different vibe than normal. Yeah. Okay, it's still loading again. Sorry, this has been a really long load. It usually doesn't take this long to load, so I don't know exactly why it's been taking this long. Alright, so while that's happening, I'm still going to read this over again and just see why or what's going on for shorter. I still can't guarantee I'll be able to figure out what's going on for sure. Oh my goodness, it decided to load. Of course, as soon as I said I was going to go do something, it decided to load. I'll take it, I guess. I wonder if I can trigger it through here. I bet I can. So 192.168.86.45, I believe it was. Close. Network console. Open sound control. 4.3, not 4.5. And that was now 3.0. Okay, and on. Great. So that's been turned on. If I could set up pig open one. Cool, we see it. Now I'm gonna go into my settings again here, and instead of go into programmer. See, so when I select MIDI channel 3 and I go back to MIDI channel 1, it actually defaults to MIDI channel 2. And I don't know why. And I also don't know why this is happening exactly, because it's never the range. It's a set 17 or 16, 15, whatever the number is. It's set in stone. Like, it doesn't change. So I wonder if I did something in user settings. I don't think I did. Default value is 1. There's nothing else here, so that's good. I'm gonna go back. I know. I also had water today. I had more water today. Alright, MIDI channel from 0 to channels.count. Okay, so I did have it print the MIDI channel. So it says 0, but then why does it store 1? Oh, yeah. Oh, but then that's... It really shouldn't store 1. It should store... No, it should store 1, but this... I get it. Okay. No, this should store 0. This should be +1. But, like, why is it changing? When do I don't say at any point to change MIDI channel to be channel. Oh, I do it on appear. On appear, MIDI channel equals -1. That should solve my issue. So at some point, whenever this view appears, which happens when you back out of a picker, it resets it. And I save the proper MIDI channel to be called. Whoops. Programmer settings. There we go. So now if I program that, I go here into soft keys. There we go. And now it's working. Help, programmer. Nope. Oh, did I not? Okay. Oh, I haven't finished doing above the top. But the good news is that it does work. The bad news is all the buttons are different sizes, which works and doesn't work at the same time. But that is better than nothing. I will take it. Alright, so that's been done. What we're going to do here is recent files, soft key full board soft keys. All right. I really don't know, like, if I run that as 15, close, 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 close. Who is excited for me to stream something besides code tomorrow? I know I'm actually slightly excited to stream something that's not code. I'm not sure if I'm excited to stream Animal Crossing. I think I've hit my Animal Crossing out, like maxed out, but I am excited to not stream code just to change it up a little bit, because then I can talk a bit more instead of having to split my focus, which is totes my goats fine. And if I hit help, lower right, so set up. Note 15 is mapped to soft key lower right 16. I wonder if it's always like a set. So it doesn't matter. Oh, well, help should be what, 16? So, sorry, I'm trying to figure out how notes actually work from here to there. I might be a little bit more quiet right now while I process what exactly is going on. Hog for manual. I don't know why whatever. What I want to get to is chapter 20 something, 22. Nope, MIDI note input mapping for soft keys. See, this lower right starts at 0 and we only go to 11. But there's more than 11 buttons. So which is why I'm like, this is just wrong. So I wonder what soft keys these are. See, and then the hard front panel can also be mapped. But I don't really care necessarily. I need to know lower right. See, that's just why I had a little bit of confusion. Because like 32 is upper left 9. Whereas 32 is not upper left 9. 32 is upper left 1. So these are just, okay, great. So it doesn't, there is no rhyme or reason whatsoever. 13, 14. Yeah, and then it starts back at the top. 16. So like this should put views in the command line. And it does. Okay. So I think I basically have this for full bore. I gotta get all the buttons in here. Select segments. Touch. Suck. Out. Run down. Knock out. Okay, I mean, like I said, I can get the rest of those buttons in later. It doesn't have to be now. Cool. I think that probably does it for at least this app for now. I don't feel like I can really do too much more. See, that's what happened. Segments. See, this is why I want the buttons to all be the same width. Maybe I only show certain buttons. I don't have to show all the soft keys. So I might have to, like, I can just have undo, redo, especially because those have, like, magic key shortcuts to them. I think that's what I might do. Instead of soft key, implementing all of the soft keys, because then I could still do a bank of views. Because I think we can do, what, view, 1, enter, yeah. So I can still do a bank of views. So instead of having all the soft keys, I'm only going to implement some of the soft keys. This is really good for me to talk out because then I start thinking about how to implement these features a bit better. So quitting that, stop tasks. Where'd my Trello go? Soft key implementation. Okay. I don't want, and this really shouldn't go in the description, this should go as a comment. I don't want to show all the soft keys, only want select soft keys. Need to decide list. Excuse me. Yeah, and that'll be good. So I need to figure out a list of what soft keys I want. I think touch, suck, out, knockout, undo, redo. That's not really going to be a soft key though. That's going to be a keyboard shortcut, not soft key. Yeah. And then we're gonna do a bank of view. Save. And then we'll add views. You know, I don't think I need to add views to this app. It just kind of depends. Who do I want to cater to? Do I want to cater to the people who are using this as a console, like as a remote focus unit, or like as like a helper app to like whenever you're right in front of the board? I don't know yet. So I think this is actually a really good stopping place for me because it made me realize I still need that MIDI channel work in, that kind of thing needed to be done. I really appreciate everyone who came in and watched me for a bit. Yeah. So thanks for stopping by. I know this was kind of a short session. A little bit of an update though for the Coffee Companion app. If you noticed on my home screen in the simulator, it has an icon now. Yay. I can actually hold on. I was gonna switch a couple times real quick. Coffee app. Cool. I actually did make an icon. It's right here. Icon has been made. Like I said, though, there is a bug currently. The calculation for the water doesn't work correctly. That's gonna be the first thing that we knock out, or that I knock out on Monday. Coffee ground button still needs to be more apparent. I've been playing with the idea of making each of the buttons inside the app actually just open up that section to edit rather than do it the opposite way. Rather than you have to go into edit and change it all there every single time. I've been chewing on that idea for a bit. I added a bunch of new lists and stuff to this Trello board. So I'll explain that a bit more on Monday. But it should help figure out what's in test flight right now, what's being done, what's currently being what's currently being worked on. The stream date goes in there, backlog for stuff that needs to happen, but I don't know when. README and fun development as well. Cool. Yeah. So thanks guys for tuning in for that. Like I said, next week we're going to be hitting this hard. Tomorrow I am going to be working on my Animal Crossing, I guess, for a little bit, and I might switch to another game. We might end up playing Catan, which is to me a bit more fun than Animal Crossing for a while. And then on top of that, what are we going to do afterwards on Thursday? So then I have another stream on Thursday at 4 o'clock again. I'm trying to figure out, by streaming on Thursdays and by streaming Monday through Friday, I'm trying to figure out the best time that worked for people. I don't know if it's just people didn't know I was going to go live today, and I haven't done a good job of putting it out there. But Thursdays at 4 also, I'm going to be working on another app. I might do more of like research type thing for an app. So like I want to do unit tests in my coffee app. So maybe that's what Tuesdays and Thursdays will start being, more like watch me research and watch me try to and fail, or just try to work with unit tests and stuff like that. And then Friday is another like long day starting at 1. We're going to work through some other things in an app. I might be just going too long, but we'll figure it out. We'll see how this goes. But for sure, tomorrow, 11 a.m., I will be streaming some Animal Crossing. And then Thursday, some app development. Friday, some app development. And then on Monday, we're going to get back to it with this Coffee Companion app. So that I can post that test flight link and get people signed up to be in public beta. Cool. And then I think also at the end of each stream, I want to do like a 10-minute of just chatting, which is always fun. So where we just like kind of chit chat back and forth. So if you have any questions during that time or want to ask me anything, that would be the time. The last couple minutes, once I'm kind of like, all right, and we're done with like development type work. I'll go while there's chats coming in. And yeah. Cool. And with that being said, make sure you follow. If you don't follow. Check out my Twitter at appsbymw_. Always posting what's going on there. Feel free to follow me there, talk with me there, all that good stuff. And I will be back tomorrow. Bye, guys.